Oke guys, masih dengan saya Andre Gaman dari Graphic Channel. Masih di standnya di Herman di OPEC Indonesia Expo dan bersama dengan saya adalah Mr. Jeremy from HP Indigo.
Selamat siang. Apa kabar? Today HP Indigo label solutions come in many different forms, from sheet fed to roll fed solutions. In the sheet fed, we see the sizes from A3 all the way up to B2, and from the roll fed from A3 all the way up to B1. So as we can see, there are many various different solutions for different converters doing different forms of labeling solutions. However, the one solution that converters all agree on for label solutions is the HP Indigo 6K Plus digital press. The solution around this press is being used for more than 700 installations around Asia Pacific and over 2,300 presses installed around the world worldwide. When we look at this solution in particular, the solution around the HP Indigo label solutions is expanding not just on 6K Plus solutions, which is on the A3 Narrow Web platform, but even customers using a 200K wide web. And with the introduction of the HP Indigo label slitter that allows you to slit from one row to 3 smaller rows, there is also another solution that the customer is now looking at. And for customers with much larger job baskets, they are looking from analog to digital conversion. They will then look at the HP Indigo V12, the fastest label digital press within the market that's proven, with 120 meters per minute printing across 6 colors and up to 12 colors in total. Now we look at the solution that is converting flexo volumes towards today to digital and printing them in a single pass, coming out completely dry and meeting spot colors as defined by the brands.
Okay. How about 6K Plus? Can you help to explain about the history and market share of this product in the world right now?
So HP Indigo starts its roots from the very early days of the 4000, we call it Series 2. With Series 1, we call it the ePrint, but Series 2 is where the label business got started with the early presses of the 4000 towards to the 4050, introducing new features from Series 2 to Series 3, such as the spectrophotometer, allowing you to read colors in a single pass, and introducing features such as Spotmaster, allowing you fastest time to color of 3 spot colors in 6 minutes or less. And also introducing new inks such as silver inks mixed with yellow that gives you gold, for example, and bringing new solutions to the market such as fade resistance inks, inks that works well in the sunlight and performing well under the blue scale score. So many of these groundbreaking solutions are being introduced as the series passes by. But the good thing for most Indigo customers is that they are always upgrading. So if they are having an Indigo press, they are always upgrading to the new features when we announce them. And many of the features that I just shared are backwards compatible. One example, for example, is invisible inks. We announced new colors and customers are upgrading and using new invisible ink formulations that we have from HP Indigo. And many of these solutions that we bring to the market, we educate the converters and they take these innovations and bring it straight with the brands. And we educate both the brands as well as the converters to let them understand these new innovations that we bring to the market. And this is how we see from various different solutions and versions. From 10 years ago, customers are still using Indigo today to print. For example, one of our sites in Singapore, only up to many years ago, they started to retire their very first Indigo, and they have been using that for almost 9-10 years, running non-stop every day, and now they upgraded their Indigo. So this is to show that Indigo is really about reliability and putting them on the field. It's field tested and it's reliable, and it meets all of the brand expectations and demands that brands give today to the market.
Okay, great. Currently, we heard the news from the market that HP Indigo solution 6,800, 6,900, and 6K. Now 6K plus etc. has lower speed than UV jet solution. Now, how do you address this market concern?
So what we focus on mainly is the productivity And this is something that we look at on not only from the scale of the brand's perspective, but also from Indigo perspective. Indigo today has two solutions. The first solution today is on short run. Short run, we're talking about per SKU being 1 row or 2 rows. And the most important thing is accuracy on those solutions. Because where the baskets are smaller, it's important to print accurately and reduce waste. And this is where we focus our solution on. And when we talk about the mid-run, we introduced the Indigo V12, and that is the fastest digital press today that's proven in the market, and printing at 120 meters a minute. And that's really quick, but that's really looking today on what we call as analog to digital conversion. So there is different job baskets for different types of solutions of presses. And when we compare to the overall solutions in the market, you really have to pick the right press for the right job. But when converters talk about printing value and printing jobs with high margin, they usually pick HP Indigo.
Okay. Why 6K plus is the right solution for the level of converters in Indonesia?
This is a question that I get very often. Also, sometimes during demos and also during the booth tour that we organize. HP Indigo today builds on 3 fundamentals. I think the first fundamental, I think most of the industry today, when we build on, is mostly on color consistency. Meeting today 96 to 98% of the entire Pantone color range. And when we work today together with converters, we help them realize the color gamut together with their brands. The second one today is versatility, being able to print on any single job. When we talk about today from PP, BOPP, PVC, LDPE down to RPET on synthetics, and on paper, from art paper to thick stock to folding carton, they are doing it on one press, one pass. Up to you, brand protection and security and flexible packaging. It's not 3 presses, it's 1 press. Everything I just mentioned being done on 1 press. And this is how converters are rethinking their production floor, being able to work on a versatile solution. And finally, and the most important thing, is about sustainability. HP Indigo uses electro inks, and the inks today that is used are oil-based inks. They don't contain UV, and they are really, really good for the environment. We're able to share today the MSDS data sheets, and able to share today all of these inks are FDA and as well as Nestle certified for non-direct food contact. And we can spend more time to let you understand this in particular and look through many of these certifications that allows brands to make use of these inks that is meant for food, for pharmaceutical, for cosmetics, that is good for the health and the environment.
Okay, about V12. What is the background? What is creating this V12? Why is creating V12 while other digital printing manufacturers can focus on the low speed compared to V12?
HP Indigo V12 today takes digital printing to the next level. We are talking about, with the rise of many SKUs, now we start to imagine how we can look at the production floor. One of the biggest challenges that we face with converters is not about printing, but it's about how to manage so many jobs at one go. With new jobs coming in while they are processing the last job, it's about how to rethink their production floor and how we are able to keep up with the scope of jobs, while maintaining the same time the flexibility of Indigo in terms of versatility, and while maintaining the number of spot colors and as well as colors that the jobs from the various different brands are giving. And that's when we came out with the Indigo V12. The Indigo V12 today is meant to address analog to digital volumes and address much longer runs than the Indigo 6K, while providing them efficiency in speed, in colors, and flexibility of substrates.
How this V12 solution will help level converters to grow their business, and what is the benefit of V12 for the level converters in Indonesia?
Indonesia is a market that has a lot of unique tastes and spices, and that's the one thing I like about Indonesia, because when we look at Indonesia today, there is so many various different SKU, and not only SKU but different tastes of different products, and this And I realized this is something new to me. Every time I come, I learn something new. Every time we ask for sambal, they ask you which one, because there's so many types of sambal, you know. And that's what I like about Indonesia, because you have so many choice of different spices and so many various different taste profile. If you come from Surabaya, they have a special sambal. If you come from Manado, well, they don't much eat so much spice, but they also have a special taste profile that is unique to their community. And that's what I like about it. And today, because of all of these various different taste profiles and jobs and brands coming out with different unique type of taste profiles and jobs, we see this coming in today that builds a product such as B12 today that come to the market, that we need all of these jobs to come with a platform that they are able to grow. And we realized many years ago that the Indigo 6K Plus is perfect for short run jobs. But now when we move towards to the middle and long run, that's where Indigo is looking for a solution to help Indonesia converters to grow and to adapt to the changing SKU, changing last minute design, and as well as changing last minute Tokopedia and Shopee order. Because when they order, then immediately they want it now. So that's when this is starting to change the market. And that is where we see digital today proliferating. That it comes to the new generation of I want it now, I want it mine, I want it fast. And that's when the V12 today is set to grow the market with high speeds, good color consistency, meeting the spot colors of brands, and media versatility, able to print on any media. And this is where all of these attributes of Indigo start to come in, but for mid to longer runs.
Okay. Very amazing for this answer.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Jeremy, for this interview. I think it's enough.
Terima kasih.
Thank you so much. Makasih banyak semuanya, teman-teman dan para penonton Training Graphics Channel. Mudah-mudahan ini menjadi informasi yang bermanfaat bagi para pegiat printing dan converter. Sampai jumpa di video-video.
Pak Andre, thank you so much for everything.